How many times I went to the police to stop me in the street for driving a nice car?
Yeah.
And put me on the wall with 5 guns in my face.
The decision to leave your country and move to a foreign land is not to be taken lightly. In the case of Georg, who decided to leave his native land and immigrate to Iceland, is partly due to the intense, violent, and often deadly encounter between the police and the black community in his own country. That being said, there's a big difference between visiting and living in a country. And as much as I love Brazil, the reality for black Brazilians is very different. In Brazil, black people are 3 times more likely to be killed by the police. Today, roughly 57% of the Brazilian population is black or mixed, yet they represent 80% of all deadly police-involved shootings. Keep all these facts in mind when you hear about Georg's ultimate decision to relocate to Iceland. I want to say welcome to all my new viewers. Please subscribe and press that like button. Experience here in Iceland as a black man dealing with like law enforcement.
25 years, right? I'm talking about, you know the police don't use guns. So they
don't carry guns.
They don't carry guns with them. They have like us this SWAT team that if they have to use the guns, they have to go up and as like Ken and I, we have a situation.
Yes.
So from there, that minimize the violence, right? And of course, then when it get to the time that the police is based on watching what happens in US or in UK, cities in Europe, make a little bit like, oh, let's do something like this.
Right.
But since 25 years, I never have zero problem.
No problems.
No problems.
Okay.
No, even though we have I've been on this bar for 8 years now, and I've been dealing with the police a few times. Calling them over to help up something.
Yeah.
Always been very nice.
Yeah.
That's the thing about Iceland. If you go by the rules, if you understand and respect the rules, you don't end up in trouble.
You don't. So there's no.
You said you own this bar?
Yeah, I own this bar. Yeah.
So
Nice.
it seems like every time we talk, you have something else, man. You're the owner. You make gin. You're a photographer. Now I found out you own this bar. I mean,
It reminds me of my life. Like you're one of my heroes.
man, you're a jack of all trades.
Yeah.
No, I explore a lot of things. I really love to do what I'm doing, and Iceland gave that. You can believe in your dreams and go to your dreams. I think that's why people ask me like, oh, how about to be in Brazil? How about here? I get to do more things here. I get to explore myself more here. I get to people to listen to me more here than in Brazil, for example, or some other places.
Yeah, because
It's a lot of hard work, though. It's a lot of hard work, though. You work for this stuff.
But
you don't just.
You if you believe, and I'm talking about because I moved back to Brazil, and I saw that was almost impossible.
black men over there struggle really hard.
So you're struggling.
They play sports.
The police. How many times I went to the police to stop me in the street for driving a nice car?
Yeah.
And put me on the wall with 5 guns in my face.
Yeah.
It is the worst.
How many times I had this in Brazil just because I'm black in a nice car?
Right. It is the worst relationship in the world.
Yeah.
Black men and the police in Brazil is the worst. Is there a bad neighborhood here?
No.
Because I was looking around.
It is a neighborhood that we have. There's a suburb, we call it a suburb, that you have more foreigners, right? So it's more foreigners. So it's a little bit away. It's not far away, called Reykjavik, and but it's not like it's the same thing, same price of everything, same kind of people, but we have more foreigners that live there. Because there's like blocks. There's a lot
There's
of
a
blocks
big Polish community here, right?
Yeah.
So they pretty much
I was surprised.
Yeah.
I was surprised. I had never thought that I've been seeing so many Polish people.
And for example, for me, I feel that's more like sometimes if there's more racism or more looking down to the Polish people
Yes.
than to the black people.
Yes, we went to a bar and this
Why
Polish
blonde
guy
people?
wouldn't like let him go. Like we go into the bar having fun, and this Polish guy drunk comes in, sees him. He thought he's a celebrity, like taking pictures with him,
the guy,
hugging him.
he was like grabbing me. He bought me.
yo, chill.
Yeah.
He bought me like 5 beers
Yeah.
for no reason.
So it is,
Just being crazy.
But there was like a good racism, you know?
Yeah.
It was like
It
it was
was-
with goodwill, you
Yeah,
know? He was
yeah.
like, oh yeah, let me buy you beer, you're a celebrity.
Overwhelmingly
You know?
good racism.
Yeah, so it is of course it's issues like everywhere, but like when you compare to the issues that pretty much you go through in US, I go through in Brazil, or
Night and day.
even go to the France, it's not nothing.
What happens if you cannot find a job? Is there unemployment benefits here?
Yeah, it is.
If you
How much do they give
if
you?
you're a citizen,
Depends.
of
No.
course.
If you have a permission to
live
here
here,
and
yeah.
work here, I think you have to be working. I'm not sure, but I think you have to be working like from 6 months.
Right.
So you can get the rights,
Yeah.
or if you use the benefits of
Yes.
Iceland. So you have to be working, paying taxes for 6 months. So for example, if I'm Icelandic and I move away to Spain
Yes.
and I stay in Spain for 10 years and I come back, to get my benefits back,
You
I have to
pay
work at least
taxes.
6 months.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And it works for everybody, not leave Icelandic. So
Yeah.
if you be here, you start to get your benefits after 6
Yeah.
months.
and you're a citizen, right?
How much is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
20
Now-
I'm just curious. Yeah.
When it comes to dating, again, who holds the power in relationships here generally? Are men the dominant force in the relationship, or women? Is there the same battle of sexes like in the U.S. where, we have this phenomenon that we call the lady boss, the female,
That's the good thing about Iceland. We are very equal in everything. It's not like a mandatory that men are in charge of something or women in charge of something. It's a very equal stuff. And I have been since I got here. It's not like nothing says, it's now today with the woman power. So Iceland have the first woman president in the world. And she was here for 22 years.
Wow, right on.
She's like, she did all the revolution for the woman. It's not like we see, like I see today, for example, like podcasts, the people like, we are fighting for the women. No. This is back in the days, man.
Yeah.
In Iceland at least, it's back in the days. There's a lot of women that have been fighting for the women's rights that make the whole difference today, and that's why make their podcast, all the women, all the parliament women get to what they are today, because we have strong women that Viking
Examples.
women that
Yes,
examples
yeah.
before. We have 12 months divide for me and my wife of paternity leave. Right? There's 4 months for my wife. I have 4 months as a father,
Yeah.
and we have 4 months to divide. You don't have this in Europe.
No.
Wait, but usually, generally in the U.S., the woman keeps custody unless
Yeah.
somehow they agree to joint, which is hard because when people start traveling and moving, they look at the kids' school. They don't want to move the kids during the school year to a different city. So generally the woman keeps the child. So here, is it because it's small that you can maintain 50-50 custody generally?
Yeah, normally it's 50-50. So if you divorce, you get 50, except if some extraordinary things happen, or the father do something, or you move away, or whatever. But if we divorce, like now, just we're not together anymore, we sign the divorce paper, automatically it's 50-50, right? It's always connect the kids to the mother, I just like example. So my daughter moved to me. If I go to her to the doctor, they don't call me to the resort, call the mother, even though my daughter lives with me, not with the mother. But then it's changing. For example, I have my kid, my small one. The other day, his teacher called me, and when the school calls me, I panic because I think
It's something bad.
something happened to him, his fall or something. And no, just calling to let you know how the system is working, how we're doing with him, and we're gonna change the diapers.
You guys need a beer?
And then
We have a young apartment.
That's funny. But George, I'll get another one there.
Yeah?
This is so good. Please.
Is this
then-
your wifey?
huh?
Is this the wifey or
No,
just a friend?
that's a too white to be my kid.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, that's exactly what I said.
Whenever you're down, out in the cold, faithless and dark, your story's untold. and walk there with me. I know a place where